What's going on? You are tuned in to TwoFootTalk. I am your host. They call me Young Leg. No Oaks today. He's on vacation. I know what you're thinking. Didn't he just take one? Yeah, kind of. A little bit of bullshit from Oaks. But it's summer. You know how we roll in the summer. It's a lot of transfer talk and a lot of me yelling about Brazil and how they don't play defense. So we're giving Oaks the summer off. He can do what he wants. We come back stronger in a few weeks here with the club seasons coming back. I do want to get a couple things off of our chest. Nothing crazy that we did well again. But as always, 'tis the season. Get some shit off your chest. Fuck using the chat if you have them. My first one is Santos, mostly because you made me look bad in front of my friends. Not only did Santos beat Flamengo somehow, which I'm still not sure how that happened. Neymar fucking scored it. So I was just talking shit on Santos and Neymar, and then he's gonna hit a game winner on me. It was very upsetting and kind of ruined my entire Wednesday. So on top of that, Botafogo and Flamengo last week. Just win against shitty teams. Like the teams you're supposed to beat, just go beat them. Like the whole anytime, any place type of deal. Yeah, that's a cool mentality. But also those teams you're supposed to beat the shit out of them. Don't just give us no goals and fucking zero defense. But anyway, we move on. I wanted to give a shout out to Cruzeiro because these guys are at the top of the table, and how nice is it to get on one of those win streaks where you don't know how long it's going to last? Well, we've been in on this bitch since the second week of matches started. So it's 6-7 weeks in a row now where Cruzeiro draw no bet is just hitting every week. It's most of the time at a plus sign. It's been good times on Cruzeiro. They are starting to figure it out. They're in first place. So fuck you to the books for actually paying attention. And then lastly, just happy birthday, T-Dot. His birthday's tomorrow, but I work, so, not going to see him. Shout out my boy T-Dot, though, original producer for the show. My guy. Anyway, we do have some Brazil for tonight, so I will get into that really quick because it's not going to be anything crazy, and I don't plan on going super long in the show. But our Brazil for tonight, we have Bragantino playing Flamengo. This is kind of a bounce back game, and on top of that, Bragantino has never, ever, ever been good at holding zeros, especially at home. I'm taking Flamengo on the money line at -105. If that's not juicy enough for you, Flamengo money line at over 1.5 is another solid look at +160. If that's not juicy enough for you, I'm going to hype up Flamengo's defense a little bit here and say Flamengo money line and to hold a clean sheet. So Flamengo win to 0 was sitting at +185. So if you need to get a plus sign with your Flamengo bet, that's the best way you could do it. We also have Corinthians versus Cruzeiro tonight. Like I said, guys, Cruzeiro draw no bet until the fucking ship goes down, -110. Cruzeiro, not always the best at defense, but I do love their team total, over 1.5 at +200. Cruzeiro has been taking all their chances, and they've been running up the scores. Those games are at, I think, 8:30 tonight. Let me double check. Those games are at, 8:30 tonight. So those are the two games you need to pay attention to. Flamengo just dropped their lineups, actually. And Pedro starting up front. Araujo, they're putting their full strength lineup out. I expect Flamengo to handle business. That Flamengo money line and over 1.5 line might end up getting shot up now here. But we'll see what happens with it. Cruzeiro's at halftime. I'm sorry for hyping you guys up like that. I apologize. Moving on. Do I do transfers or do we just finish Brazil now? I know there's not a ton of Brazil. You know what I mean? I'm gonna finish Brazil. Look, hold on. I haven't got you with a beautiful banner that just says Brazil Serie A, so you know exactly what I'm talking about. Here we go, guys. What's going on? Host. Anyway, moving on. I guess I'm just gonna go straight down my line now. We do have a Thursday game, so weirdly enough, Brazil plays I think it's Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sundays. It never will really make sense to me, but I'm not complaining. Kind of. Thursday, we have Juventude versus Sao Paulo. You're getting an awesome number on Sao Paulo, and the only reason that some of you are still here and know who Juventude is because their name rhymes with booty, and that's what I say because I don't think they're any good. So I'll take Sao Paulo away from home, getting that money line at +120. Some of their suspensions are going to be up, and they'll be back. Saturday, Botafogo is playing Corinthians. I'm still not sold by Corinthians. I still don't think they're playing that good of football. I do need Botafogo to figure it out. They just made a couple good signings here. Correa needs to start getting more starts, again, to attack a little bit more. But that's just my opinion. I like Botafogo on the money line, though. At home, they are a very powerful team at home, especially going into Corinthians, who's not great away. Minus 145 on the money line. If you trust them to get 2 goals, you can take their money line at over 1.5 to get a better number. I don't really trust them that much. They are a lot better at home, so you could give them the benefit of the doubt. I'm not one of those people. I don't feel like doing that. We also have Palmeiras playing Gremio on Saturday. I like Palmeiras money line at over 1.5. That's it at minus 120. Gremio just they got Coutinho, and I feel like no, that was Vasco da Gama. Yeah, they got what's his face, angry striker that played for Atleti and for Chelsea. Holy shit, I can't. Diego Simeone, and then he was Diego Costa, and then did nothing. Poof, gone. So I just don't know what the allure of Gremio is anymore. Suarez isn't there. Diego Costa's not there. They don't have the same goal threat, and they're just getting some weird numbers, in my opinion. So Palmeiras take care of business against them. On Sunday, we have Fluminense versus Sao Paulo. Yes, Sao Paulo again on the list because Thursday and Sunday, apparently that's not the same match week. Fuck you. We have Fluminense at Sao Paulo. So Sao Paulo is the home team, but I'm taking Fluminense on the draw no bet at plus 135. Short week for Sao Paulo, and I just think Fluminense should be running up the whole, hey, look what we were able to do with the Club World Cup. We've now gotten your rest. Time to get back to business and get back to where you're supposed to be in the Brazilian League. Also on Sunday, we have Cruzeiro versus Fortaleza. If you know anything about the show, again, fuck Fortaleza. They're dead to me. I'm taking Cruzeiro minus 1.5. Ballsy, but I'm doing it. It's plus 135 at home versus Fortaleza. Cruzeiro has not lost a match at home. That's why we're rolling the dice here and going with the spread. They do like scoring goals at home as well. And then my final bet for Sunday is the Flamengo versus Atletico MG. Flamengo at home versus Hulk and the boys. Both teams' score is sitting at almost plus 150. I think it was like plus 148 on FanDuel. That is an absurdly high number for a Brazil game where you have just straight attack on one end. Mind you, Flamengo playing good defense. They are holding zeros, especially at home. They're playing great defense. It doesn't matter when Hulk's on the pitch, unfortunately. When Hulk gets within, I think, 45, 50 yards, the green light is there. He can pull up from there. If you foul him within 35 yards, you just fucked your goalie. He keeps proving it again and again, and I don't know how his old ass keeps doing it. So shout out Hulk, not only for the thing with his niece, but because he's still bagging G's, and he's doing it from distance in Brazil, in the homeland. What a guy. Love that. So, yeah, that was Brazilian soccer. Guys, if that's all you needed for picks, that's what I got for you tonight. Moving on to the transfers. Let's get it popping. See if I can get out of here by 8. That would be incredible for me since I didn't eat dinner. But anyway, transfer rumors. Guys, there's going to be a couple Italian ones on here because I didn't know if Nick was going to join me and fill in Oaks' spot or not. So there's going to be a couple Italian ones on here where you're like, why did he even mention these? Who cares? And I just want you guys to all know that it's Nick's fault, pretty much. And if you have any complaints, at Nick Diani on Twitter, just say, hey, you were supposed to be on TwoFootTalk, and now we don't know what he's talking about with this Italian guy. So first things first, Liverpool, Ekitike, whatever. I don't know if I'm saying his name right, but great season that he had at Frankfurt. They paid, I think, upwards of $90 million plus add-ons for him. If we're just looking at strictly goal numbers, like, yes, that is what at this point in time $90 million gets you. It was just crazy to me that like Cristiano Ronaldo was $90 million and like all these other guys that you consider like 50 goal a season guys that I don't know. It's just crazy to me. Mind you, he is putting up 25 goals in the league. It was the German league. We'll see if it's always got to transfer over to the Premier League. It's another exciting attacking option for Liverpool. I am very curious what they're doing with Darwin Núñez because they've already filled his spot. I'm hearing that they still might go after Isak, but that was also a little shot at Newcastle because I know Newcastle was looking at Ekitike if they did end up losing Isak. So I'm hoping that means Isak's staying in Newcastle, but also hearing that Liverpool is preparing another bid doesn't make me feel too much better about that. Next one I got is Xavi Simons at Chelsea. Chelsea are just like cycling through attacking players across Europe. They're kind of doing like what PSG did for like 3 or 4 years where they're like, let's just figure this out and then finally get one good manager, let him spend $500 million, and then we'll just have a Champions League caliber team somehow. I wrote, I think Gyökeres to Arsenal because, like, I'm pretty sure it's happening. Yo, Fabrizio Romano's here we go. Like, how that used to just be a check mark, like, oh, yep, it's done. This man his accuracy is fucking garbage now. I don't know what to believe from him anymore when we're looking at Fabrizio Romano bullshit. But apparently he got the here we go. Didn't see the amount that they're paying. I'm not sure if they did the release clause or they're doing it over a period of time. I don't know. I know personal terms are done, and now it's more of, is that exactly what Arsenal needed? It is on paper. I have seen him in the Premier League, and I feel like it didn't work out too well the first time. Now he's also going into an awesome situation where if he's finishing, that's literally all he has to do. He's got Odegaard setting him up, Declan Rice serving him up, Skelly setting him up from the back. You got Bukayo Saka, where he's at a point now where he can either be like, yeah, I'm just going to just dish assist, or he can still go and be like, this is my team, and go and do his fucking thing. Martinelli and Trossard, the fact that you're Martinelli and you still haven't gotten better to the point where Trossard's not even like a question in this lineup is sad to me. But it's going to be interesting. You throw Kai Havertz in the mix there too. I don't know who he's going to be sitting back off of now that they have a real 9. I think Miko Marino's low-key been doing an incredible job as their 9, but it's going to be cool to see them with an actual finisher. Now, again, it's one of those, it's got to translate, though. He was doing that in the Portuguese league. Does it translate to the Prem? We'll all find out together. Saul to Flamengo. This was just announced today. I'm just hype about that. Atleti to Flamengo, just another really good signing. The other Flamengo one was Emerson Royale. Now, Wesley is supposed to be getting picked up by Roma. That is the right back for Flamengo. But Flamengo wants a replacement. So now they're hijacking the Mosquitos deal for Emerson Royale, which apparently was supposed to be done with like a loan option to buy. Now Emerson Royale is like, hold up. Flamengo wants me. Yeah, I'm going to open the doors to Flamengo. So we might be seeing Emerson Royale at Flamengo. And I can't think of a better spot for him to go besides like maybe Colo-Colo or like River Plate. It's just perfect for his style of play, and just you're either going to get a banger or probably a red card. So next one I got João Mario to Juventus in a swap deal. And no, it's not the ball João Mario. It's the other one. It feels like a kind of lateral move for Juventus, but they're making moves. You know, they're doing their swaps, they're doing their freebies, they're trying to play by the financial rules here. I guess it just seemed like a weird move. I wrote Rashford went to Barca on here. I think the funniest thing about Rashford going to Barca is like I saw 433 trying to post something where they're like, the 5 R's. I was like, yeah, you know what the 5 R's spells out? Yeah. Like why wouldn't you just say like rated R and then put all those guys, not just like the 5 R's? That's fucking stupid. I'm still also a little confused about where Rashford's playing in this system, where it seems like everyone thinks he's just going to immediately go into the starting 11, and he couldn't even break into Man U's starting 11. And we just watched Rafinha, Yamal, and Lewandowski put up one of the highest scoring seasons in a European dynasty last year. So I don't know. It's just all a little confusing for me. Exciting things for Rashford. Would love to see him reborn at Barcelona. That sounds like what the script's going to do, right? Okay. Apparently everyone wants Rodrigo. I also wrote who cares after, because every article is just like, oh, new shock Premier League team wants Rodrigo. And it's like, well, what did the team that owns him or the actual players say? And it's just like, well, the Mirror said or Marca said. It's like, oh, great. Okay. You guys are beating the shit out of this story. Find something else. Next one I got is Sterling to Leverkusen or Juventus. Feels kind of fucked up for Leverkusen to Juventus. It's like, hey, do you want washed Sterling that's been trashed for like the last 3 seasons? If he's free, I guess, sure, but I'm pretty sure he's still on contract with Chelsea, so it'd have to be a loan deal. So I don't. If you can get it where Chelsea's paying like 70% of it, and sure, but I don't. Seems like it just seems like all downgrades, like where it's like, hey, you want this guy? Not really. Like you guys don't want him. Why would we want him? I don't know. Just feel that's how it feels like with them. I saw Sesko to Man U. Man U is going after just every striker in the Prem. I saw them with like Nicholas Jackson, Ollie Watkins, Gyökeres. I like every single name that you can think of. Man U's going after him. I was surprised they didn't go for young Irish kid. What is it, Ferguson? That was on Brighton. He ended up going to Roma, so he'll probably do well at Roma, and then Man U will try to buy him. Just going off how they usually do it. Speaking of Man U, we have Højlund on loan to Lazio or Atalanta. He would look great in a Lazio jersey. This is one of the Nick Diani ones where it's just like, hey, yo, Nick, you want Højlund? You want Højlund? Do you? Does Atalanta even want him back? I'm like, oh, so it wasn't that good over there. Thanks for the bread. I mean, that would look like business-wise, that would be great for Atalanta, but do you really want him back? But yeah, Højlund to Lazio. Honestly, Nick offered me a contract to Lazio when he saw my first touch, so might not be as big of a compliment as everyone thinks. I have on here Madrid are buying all the center backs because apparently now we're going to get Saliba and Kanate, and we might do it this summer. And we're still trying to go after Rodri, which would cost over 100 mil too. I'm seeing a lot of Madrid rumors where it's just like, these are all stupid as shit. These are all so fucking dumb. If we're going to overload on a position, can it also be a fullback position where we're like the most suspect or an actual midfielder? And or throw Kamavinga back into the rotation. If I'm confused. I still want a tall striker too. Gonzalo Garcia might be going Hetafe, I'm hearing. So I want a tall striker. Next one I got is Laporte to Bilbao. That one's hype. You know Bilbao, they only get their Basque Country boys, so I'm hyped that Laporte's going back there. Laporte also just one of the most like well done careers as far as like if you're playing FIFA, you hop around, you're just like, all right, I'm gonna ball out in Spain, win a Copa del Rey, go for a couple Champions League runs here with this fucking squad. Bilbao, a squad like built on that Bilbao culture. And man. And then you go over to Man City, win a couple Premier League titles, get fucking paid over in Saudi Arabia, and then you come back to Bilbao on the free and do just what a guy. I'm a big fan of that. Big fan of that. Xhaka is making a Premier League comeback, guys. Newly promoted Sunderland. He is apparently inking pen to paper right now. He's inking the deal to Sunderland. I was also under the impression that Jordan Henderson was going to go to Sunderland, but I think he went to Brentford. So everybody just making a comeback. Good time for a comeback in the Premier League. All right, that's all I'll say. I'm also seeing Mueller to LA. They didn't say which one. I think both are after him, Galaxy and LAFC. They keep putting him in photoshops with Marco Reus, which he just has never played with Marco Reus except for the national team if Marco Reus was even healthy for it, which like can anyone picture those two playing together over the last 10 years? And I don't want to be disrespectful. I do know they're both German. Just the fact that Marco Reus has not had a fully healthy season where he'd actually be playing with the German national team. And Tommy Mueller dropped off heavy over the last 5 years. So I don't know. Last thing I got is Keylor Navas to Liga MX. He's going to Pumas. I'm just hyped that Keylor Navas is still playing because I was under the impression that Keylor Navas was retiring. You can disrespect the Galaxy all night long. Oh, hold on. Is that a call to do an MLS pick? Let me see really quick. If you know anything about the show, also you know that I don't do any MLS, and that's why I just call it MLS with Oaks. I don't think there's any MLS tonight. I saw that Messi called out of the All-Star game though. Kind of a bitch. I feel like everyone also should start noticing. It's a Messi guy, you know. You know how Leg and Oaks are talking shit on him all the time. He's kind of a bitch. All-Star game is tonight. Probably go with Mexico, right? I guess, man. I'm already balls deep in Brazil. What can I tell you? All I know is that I got my Palmeiras Fluminense both teams to score, and Palmeiras is winning. So we're looking good over here. We're looking real fucking good. Vitor Roque scoring goals again. All right, eat your heart out, Barcelona. I can't even see how do I get like a projected lineup for the MLS All-Star game? I would love to see what that looks like right now. And is it actually tonight? They picked a Wednesday to have an All-Star game? Now, I don't know if everyone else has a job, but usually Wednesday's just not the day that I'm going to be able to go to a game. So to me, that's that's a little weird picking Wednesday. But hey, again, what the fuck do I know, guys? What do I know at all? They do it like the baseball or start. Yeah, but baseball is just like I don't know. Baseball just feels so much easier, and like you can get up and leave whenever you feel like it because it's a baseball game. Like they separate it into 9 different innings. I don't know. And that just again, this might just be me, but unless you work a straight up 9 to 5, where you're going to be able to get to this game, because some of us work after 5 o'clock. And then some of us even work after like 8 o'clock when the game's supposed to start because it's fucking Wednesday. Shit, some of us got to work because this fucking game's on. And then Messi can't even show up to fucking work. So that's all I'll say about that. Messi, kind of a bitch. I don't know if you've heard that from me before, but Messi, a little bit of a bitch. Just a little bit. That was talking MLS All-Star game. I would also probably go with Mexico if I was picking in this one, but do you, y'all? If you need anything to pick right now, go and bet Cruzeiro money line immediately. I'm not an XG guy, but when one team has 0.03 and the other team has almost a full XG, I'm gonna probably go with them. Or like when they have 8-2 on shots and the other team hasn't even like seen the 18-yard box. We just run it. Again, I'd love to be wrong, and Memphis Depay dropped the hottest rap track of 2025 and score a hat trick. It just, dude, it's just sad at this point though. He needs a bigger headband. I think he needs to drop a new track, maybe a whole album, definitely a music video. Then he'll get called up from the Netherlands, and we're good. And everybody's fucking good after that. And if you didn't take Cruzeiro when I told you to earlier online, you missed out. All right, so here we go. That is actually all I have for you guys, unless Jacob, what's going on? Oh, hold on. Should I talk shit on Arsenal again? How I don't know if that was a good pick for them. Yeah, I know. I just took Cruzeiro at plus 250 also, just because fuck it, why not? Just go watch a little bit of that Cruzeiro game and tell me how's this lose? I'm not even gonna talk shit. Yeah, how you feel about that? Gyökeres, you got a striker, man. You feeling confident now? We haven't seen this guy in the Premier League before, right? How are we feeling about it? I just need a reaction. Let me just go check. Ooh, 12 matches, 1 goal. So he has like 2 whole Premier League goals in 2 seasons that we've already seen. And then he went to Coventry. He's playing the second league, and then the like 100 goals at Sporting in 2 seasons is nice. It's just again, does it translate? I just want to know from my homie Jacob here. Jakob, is it going to translate? And are we hype? Are you getting that jersey? Are you going to get his jersey, or are you still a Kai Havertz guy? Because me, deep down, it's super Kai Havertz, baby. What a signing. Mike, if you're riding on Cruzeiro with me, I appreciate you. But again, nice, easy, quick one. It's mostly just because I don't know if you see what my main job is on this show, but it's to keep Oaks from talking too much and me to talk more. So that's what we're really going for here. Another week without Oaks, but he will be back next week. Mike, appreciate you as always. Jacob, thank you for joining me. Sean, always appreciate you as well. Fuck what you heard. It's what you're hearing. We're TwoFootTalk. Links in the description. Y'all know the fucking deal. We're out.